Conquest for you. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. It took me 10 months to produce this as a whole of work, and I've been spending my time after school, in school, at home, anytime I can actually spare to actually continue this manga that I have written myself. It even says Conquest by Victoria VB. And I produced this work for a long while, and it took me a very long, spindly while because I used to not like anime. I'll be honest with you. I used to think it's childish, and it wasn't really for me. But now it's really changed because my point of view really changed when I was in summertime. Because in summer, I was like, oh yeah, I actually like MHA. And it wasn't MHA that introduced me to anime. It was actually Seven Deadly Sins because my sister actually introduced me to it, which was a burst of inspiration after watching Seven Deadly Sins because it was really fun, it was funny, it was actually random, I enjoyed it. But without further ado, let's go to Conquest. I'll be the one actually reading each time when we have an act, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. Without further ado, let's get in! Maple Bloom Woods, a wide forest with bushy saplings, where the faintest of rustle of leaves makes wind to the village of a commercial town. To the nearest village, where resources are dwindling, trades are carried out through the pebbled lane. In later seasons of the intense heat, salesmen take shelter under trees, setting up their fruit markets, to where they aim to set sail, to earning worthy gain, which they invest in their stocks later on passing. This location is to the east area opposite side called Calvary Center, to where crops are the easiest to grow from all the decay over the years. Vegetation rapidly festers even when dehydrated. Commons men likely to lend an extra hand in making cheap cells. Chapter 1, Conquest, Home Runner. Let morning be brisk to lighten us, the moon below to clarify us. When dusk breaches through mist and all, that's when truth will be shown. Most evil and dark, little and light you say. You cannot put just evil and dark. Same goes for light. You never know whose fault are true until it's too late. There's always hope and glee, living in shade and sign. But as much I search to prove there's no need to put aside our differences, can we rewind time to a golden year, rebound fates tied to their pasts? Misfortunate souls don't always wish to be found. Saviors aren't always dressed bright to save us. Sunshine showers us in growth. Moonshine pours us tea along with breeze. Endeavor's virtue struggles, that's a life. We must know that's not all's lost. Most got each other to count for. If not that, we succeed alone too. Change is not wrong. It helps us flourish like butterflies. Wingless first when fluttering buttes. Eyes soar as heavenly skies. Buttes of which we lay our minds upon, relying on that pull that keeps us down the world we inhabit and look to exhibit. Too young from old for us to gaze upon, of which we set our hearts afire as a whole of one, to follow our goals until death to come. Walls that hear, gods that see at seas, here we are, here we stay under lock and key. Though it doesn't all go down from there. It stems from these matters. The witching hours, solemn but clear, in sleep it teaches. The lessons it creates, either manifest or obscure, to distinguish friend to foe, afar near among the dead. The simmering daylight, allowed but clear too, foreshows our waking lessons. The lessons it brings to life, either seen or unseen, to find purpose or to fail, now then later among the live. But never mind these areas of depth. You must wondering. Now, since I got your attention, which side do I recite up? Kyra! Kyra, we're on Kyra and I don't have time for hide and seek. Don't have time to spare. Come here and let's go. Oh, it's Rujin? Clueless. Is she for real? You can't be this clueless. Wait, just a moment. Something's really... Where in almighty is your coat? Have you gone mad? If you catch a cold, Kano is not about to straight up warm you up. Don't you know better? Have you no sense? You're lucky I'm always up for grabs. To fetch you back full safe at home. You be to breast out in the pouring rain of all that. Did I break him? What can I even do? I got an idea! Is that a good or bad idea? Boink! Put me down, Rujin! Sounds like your problem, Kara-chan! Still got a muscle power! I hope so. You're so jealous. Kano! Guess who's your one and only? Did the owners fighting Kyra? Seems like Rujin's back. Guess who's found Kyra? I'm awesome. Well done, I guess, Rujin. Ah, Kyra, seems no matter where the wind takes you, Rujin's bound to find you whenever and wherever.
Heh, well, I looked high and low, every nook and cranny for her. Luckily, the krill doesn't swim far from the stream.
Wait, but one thing, look behind you. Ah, look who's found my daughter. You did exceptionally well. Very well. What would I have done without your costumes? You may leave her now to me. You served your time well once again. This won't go unnoticed. The mayor and I shall leave a good word in for you.
Huh? Huh? Oh, thanks, Dr. Kira, sir. I do everything in my power to keep everyone safe. It makes it all worth it, saving every life and those in need.
Going as anticipated, smoothly. Find clarity in familiarities, melt in comfort in safest of arms, to hold the dearest of loveliest of times, embrace the heat of the moment, to attain sanity even in the darkest days, invent for lives heartwarming smiles all day long. In sleep, then in morning, may you find happiness as raised contentment. Here, Kyra, let me take you home. Shall you fall prey to disdain, shall be blithe in later life, thrive in sorrow or joy, pride pile up when work be done. The Kokora House, a residence in the southeast of Akuma's town, Akuma Arch Town, in dense woodlands residing there, is a well-known researcher known as Dr. Akira and his family, the Kokoros, who live in undisturbed land away from the townsfolk disturbances. This land is surrounded by a deep slated forest and harbors wild monsters just as yokai alike. Keeping these creatures out of sight, venturing the woods is no feeble task. It takes much courage for whoever to try finding their way, right sense of direction. Leading to the family's home, due to Akuma's town being a town that has no technology within it. Forces are dispatched from Del Ciago City, where most advanced industrial progress has been made.
Ah, how breezy out there. Chilly, sir, too. Why does I know, Krill? Summer was last year. Better wear something warm next time. And hey, Kano, you don't need to lend her a hand. Kyra should have known better catching cold out in frosty weather like this.
Rujin, don't be stone cold. It's nothing too bad. Sure, she's sick, but at least it matters she's safe and sound. Even out there.
Looks like you boys both went out of your way to bring Kyra safely home. I'm glad. Ah, Miss Kokoro. Please refer to me by Sha. Right, can do, Miss Sha. Now what's with Maul? Guessing something important to tell us? Your guess is best as mine. From Akira's sightings, knowing my husband, he's quite fond of learning new things. This isn't anything different than now. He's made quite discoveries of plants with such profound specialities, it's phenomenal. Plants? Phenomenal? How so? Skipper's a true mastermind in action.
Said light, through darkness, strike truth, shake sense to all in waking hour. It's once well known across the whole world, and hard to be obtained. He's offered to hand you some of these. He would go out of his way himself, but happens to be preoccupied with work as of late. Dr. Kiros took his findings. Each plant is hard to come by, nowadays nearly impossible to obtain. So he's been doing more than normal research, I take it? What for? Afraid I can't discuss the reasoning behind his actions, but he's insisted I introduce these to many of the heroes. But you three are first to test one or two. Now let's talk of each one's effects. Dr. Kier wouldn't wish to disappoint. Let's get started. Let us test these on ground floor. Scuttlecrook Brush Bin. Confined place of solitude, it grows eons and eons of armories to aid in history. Those who made use of it recount its properties, behold it in memory to this day, lived on to tell tales. Primal Thorn, Twine. These native plants grow out of waterfall ledges over time of sunlight, around 10 meters in length. Entry state most used prehistorically as substitute to lost armor in battle. Wrapping around a licorice stick extends time to consumption. To grind notably steel and earth in oil, extra time to harden skin for 3 to 5 hours. League Gnarl, childhood plots where children play hide and seek. Behind flowery shrubs absorbs energy on ongoing kid games. To convert into use, tires out young for parents. Plague Breath Flora, a plant which grows at dusk behind dry brambles at summertime, burning energy from nearby plants if overheating and actively kills weeds by emitting immense energy to disallow loss of feedings. During process opens stem to dangerous fungi during spring. Harvesting these plants, then brewing into liquid to drink, grants users strong boosts of energy, as in Quarry 4 as last 5 minutes. Mona Isles, rural Iceland devoid of life. Rumored all who lived there were wiped out long ago, buried under periods of time, sprouted into horde of shrooms above each life. Abyss pod, bud. These plants sprout in cool spots, feeding on deceased matter or makeshift graveyards, absorbing nutrition through soil. It's rumored that faint sound whispers are heard once the wind picks up. Last words of dead travel through the holes formed. Upon brewing it, then drinking it, it grants any and all ability to communicate to plants for 1 minute. Den Divinus, underground of main shafts, outruled hottest place, distant travelers of sin are unfound, whose wronged go missing. Those guiltless seen next day, believed to be layer of judgment. Simmersprout Sim, a plant that thrives in dark, human indigenous places, commonly caverns, have exposed seed-like antennas that emit feeble light. As nearest to the Earth's core, absorbs heat to set light. Plucking its seed, holding shut the stem, allows use as a torch. Eating the inside allows user night vision around dark corners for 50 seconds. Drape Shrave, reserved land of first fire and oil, existing holding yearly plants in his memory, and Lady Allura keeps it short and healthy, in essence of her love. Nowadays, it goes on leading people out of forest of itself. Haskark. Bark. A plant which lives in vacant locations devoid of life. Once approaching living entities, itself sets ablaze after absorbing heat from respired breaths. Its rumored flames appear to guide the lost at 9:15. At abandoned areas spotted. Origins unknown, though few speculate of the fallen hero who vanished 5 years ago. First, fire known to roam the lands in search of love. Carved in south trees, binding of some. To fall deep as the ocean goes, to pry as narrow as it stands. To dry tears of woe is what he owes to eternal life. Few try the plant itself report capabilities of burning forge field, transparent shielding of the once powerful hero burning matter in 10 seconds. Only once a year reportedly, never showing to any user who've used its abilities before. Needlewisk Lustre, a plant notorious to be scattered around marshy creeks along outskirts, growing densely in rivers upon breeze, treats itself to soak in moisture for winter to replenish lost water essentials. Halving and eating the inside allows lightness of feet just as a feather, lowering body weight to move fluidly in air for 1 to 2 minutes. Ditchdale, grounds used over a period of time for recent battlings, become the resting ground for those lost in timeless day. All action never happens, no life grows in such deserted rock spots.
Wowcha, got to admit, these make a fine treat. Little earthy, they're pretty sweet. Had no idea Dr. Kibber professed in such things. Last checked at office, he had an eye on a few candidates.
Right, my husband would be overjoyed knowing you have likeness to these herbs. As for sweetness, described, could be due to this testing of herb to turn to candy. And 1 to 2 hour process, the effects vary from person to person, annoying to annoying. On the clock, as always, guests took opportunity to open mind to wider horizons. Are particular. Don't overthink it, sweet Kyra. Just being generous, thinking of others. First human courtesy of his, nothing else. I see, then I shall leave it be. Delicious fruit approved.
Oh.
Let's just enjoy the moment, shall we? Together. Rejoice as a whole.
Jeez, already noon up and late, just as bone tired. Better head to bed. Don't want to snooze now. Got training next thing, as need to be bright and early on the watch. Thanks, Doctor. Thanks.
Ah, look! Where were these when I was just small fry? Feel like I can start carrying 80 tons of stone up and down a hill a day. Check me out!
Crop out spot is to turn of course. Question all you meet as non be all pure. Venture as whiz, but fail not to see risk.
Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, build up momentum, break up, let loose. Pertinence, make up story to tell youth, carry over year to year, daily of most. Make me Bowsers to hold firm, Monthly call for sake of use. For all I wield is word for word. Sharpest of tongues, but stand by. Strange chain of strings. Bestow power to tower, or to cower. Scour far and wide, to now, proper time to pry. Strings pull feeble handles, of flow of vein to vanity. Wires of woe to woe, coded to blood for blood. Loaded to behold, valves pump, ichor, life on a line. Break me, or make me a born champion, or deem me crowned, done and dusted. A whelmed curiosity welled up within me, yet not a single word to suffice. None pry, knowledge from father was easier said than done. Take your mind, from my guess you must have seen sparks flying 1,000 times. This isn't anything new to you. It's fair, games rage like fame. Take aim on brightest of frames, or cast away. Luck as plucked out to be, stay on track of troublesome times. Strokes of luck, or to lack all eyes on board, only to be reheard. Ha! Looks I have got the upper hand. How did you... This isn't going according to plan. Boy, you could just use your fists on me. But knowing you, you'll have who knows what in store for me, just like old times. Giving into helplessness means you do a favor for me, your good old pal, Hibuku. There, you get it. Easier giving up, at least less space taken. Right choice. Looks to be so. What do you say of a clean wind strike on you? Now, since nice and easy, giving up seems more like your style, Matoy-kun. I'm really starting to think that you've got a lot to say. Give it all little you can. Ah, you seem fond of my words, I see. Words have a lot to say for themselves. Touching to say the least. I'd say I've been called as such. It's getting jaw-dropping on my nerves with that chatter. Really, Fo, you're the only one with tricks? Wait, you pay for that. Turns out, Hibuku, I haven't changed a bit since I saw you. Sound mind be unclear, to sick, seer, glee, or grief. Mere thought weakens mind as come undone. Lesson binds to hand, unwind for best. Thrilling, weren't it, Matoy Kagawa? No wonder you want your oil sown to the public. What are the chances? What are the chances that it's to make you a great addition to the rest? Oh, what adventures await us, only time can tell when you're at your fullest potential. Though pretty snappy, weren't it? Swift as the breeze goes, you sweat through it like flying colors. Enough sweet talk, let us go on. Forth and find you a good suited partner to work side with it. Shall we? Quite to be taken. Once there, office will discuss what feel close to you. Or should I say flows your boat, better yet. Once all prepped and done, you'll feel like yesterday from day in and out. For I vow you to be safe and sound. That's to come to you. It's brought to my attention. No need for unwanted troubles or undying worries. All falls on my hands and shall forevermore. How on earth? Here to think, breath just taken away just by a feeble show-off. Yes, take what you will, not to exaggerate such. You'll learn quick that's nothing as seems. Looks to be you've made your mind up on showing up once. What's of the occasion, Kano, to pick such a day, Brothers been at practice all times, keeping pace of things. But you do choose to make up your very own future. What point? The least can be done is to work side to side with Matoy, our newest member. That's if you do not fail to disappoint me, like always. Matoy Kagawa, please know that this is not just the slot that is open to you. Really, I hate to be an annoyance, but isn't he just over my level? Don't be silly. You're same level and he might seem pretty fetching in a power, but barely enough to raise the bar by point. Stoop far, I wonder, find purpose of ponder, let hope flounder. Alas, we stand side by side, hand in hand. Now eyes on the prize. Seize chance, now or never. For I'm hope. So, how do you plead? What are you on about, old man? Can a guy live a little? Besides, I do catch up. You know it well as yourself. Until you've got the proper reasoning of pointing fingers, don't lay it on me. Don't paint me as a bad guy here. Never, not even in the small Ultanium. Think this is all silly game, boy? Get to pause everything like nothing? Well, hate to break it to you, but there's no undo button. Quit thinking first about yourself for a change. How about it? Think I don't too? To dip my toes in the sand, swim in circles, watch the sun arise and set throughout the course of day. So, what did I miss while caught on the drift on sweet old sleep? How long have you been just standing there like nothing? Haha. Good one. Just a few seconds. Gee, you're a noisy fellow. Guessing you're a rookie, right on, partner? Noisy? Partner? Dude, shouldn't you diffuse the situation Hey, Dr. Akira, what's going on over here? Couldn't help but pop in. Good thing, too. You two are getting close as time goes on. Envisioned world of beams, turn to new edition. Dismiss me not. Find me here in open arms. Shall we put vision in for position to life, tradition to seek none, to no liberty is to be enclosed. Soul keep it sleep, when dusty dusk do drape at cities, do favor for all, do not wink. Of worst, said not sheer hate. Trouble me not, awake alas to death, leave the wink, shake all to wake, render us evoked. Let us rejoice, as one a group of fear vice shall revel long before tussle time. But this may or may not be a jab in the dark. But what's with the sun closeness? Secrets do tell. Don't mind if I do. Bustle brought downtown, bristles at time, willed at will, rotten to the core, dart to fault, in vaults of all manner, these matters to submerge, a scour to skull. To salt bitter scroll, from bitten skull is mitten verge. Let us verse our love to world akin to our tussles and truffles. Why, what secrets is there to tell? Blessed be that, we just had a little disagreement, that's all. Pay no worry, all but a friendly chatter between colleagues, right, dear Kaito? Yeah, I guess. Just talking to your everyday professor, out in daylight, sir. Oh, know me all too well. Just no regular professor. Need to remind you who's your superior at field? I take care of reports and deliver sightings no man could dream. See forth. Speaking of which, this old talk is getting to my head. Worked over so much. Mind my words, not all mere misconduct of speech. My sincerest apologies for such direct impertinence. Overwork, that's all to blame. So to keep all light notice to word that hovers to myself alone. Open socket to spree, take no plea to hunting scrawl. The scatter verse decide swerve what to come of segmented bice. So, pardon my words, Kim and Tone, let's not make wind of this issue. No more, so expect the same coming from you and two. Need all the hands one can muster, on deck, on land, on to back. Polar impress died, word for word, tainted step, guide brush to scorn the skull, splatter, blasphemy, detentious temp, bound, all wrong, veil not trust put to glass. Anyways, this issue's not resolved past deadline. I'll have more issues than need to be. So, what brought you pulling in with such force there, brother? Not like you to drive straight in, like some flimsy carp out of sync. Hope all goods brought him here. Let's get on the task of... Hellas phony fallacy took to trample cheek, let not step, lead to cracks, of leak, ravering gulf, of one to finicky, picky to say, to do, to progress made means not true. Have you forgotten what flagged to you, or have you rotten to the core, bored of my tale? Having all said and done means not the end for you, only for those you entwined. If one or two, both of you, care for a few training sessions with Matoy here, least for the future, be most appreciated. Most to entrust the two of you in with such case. Really? Some rookie taught by us? Fell for hard times, have you, old man? Run dry, the mill for teach. Poor sap. Why not try Rujin? He's the most aching for a fight. I would very much gladly hand this one to Rujin, but given Rujin's spirit of a cutting edge to an oil, he'd cut more than warranted than last time, if not do more trouble than at first place fix it. Can't afford another runner once more. The rigorous paper looks bad on resume. Besides, the more at work, the lighter and easier things would get. Split in duty then. Need larger tracks covered as we speak. Bigger areas may do. Means bigger likelihood all cases cleared up. Yes, you make a good point. Can you knock it off, you singed dork? Welcome to soon, Kaido. Refer riverbed that way if so. Quiet down, will you two, before giving reason to. Without further ado, let us get on started with You're Never Never. Bob, don't you have other things to get on? Hey yo, Omi! Fancy seeing you down here. What are the chances? Okay, that'll be end of it. I hope you enjoyed. And there'll be more of this, so I have more pages to read for you guys, because this is just chapter 1, believe it or not. We only are on chapter 1, and yet we have so many pages to read, like chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, and I'll be continuing from there. And this is work that I actually spent 10 months on it, and yes, I'm kind of tired of it, but I have more characters I'm making for my manga. So in other words, this is a work in progress, and I'm still working on it. So even if you see it and you're like, oh, who's this character, I'll tell you this straight away. My manga isn't made for actually just focusing on the main character. Yes, we have, for example, this character here, Kano, but it doesn't mean we can't focus on Kaido, we can't focus on Dr. Akira, we can't focus on Kyra at the very beginning, the character that was shown. We don't need to focus on just one character. You can focus on any character you would like. You feel like, for example, this dialogue here now, even, you can consider it that's Dr. Kira. Maybe it's Dr. Kira speaking as the narrator. Maybe it's Kyra speaking as the narrator. It can be anyone you believe it to be. And yes, this manga is more according to what you believe and what you think could be the narrator, and who is speaking is who's actually your favorite character. But overall, I hope you enjoyed. And yes, there will be more to this manga, but I will leave it at this page. But we'll be reading more in chapter 2. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions below, you can actually comment, and I'll let you know for a bit of things. And yes, here we'll be introducing another character of the tale, Omi. And this character is really important to the whole tale if you're tying everything together. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Conquest Bye! Cha-cha! And also, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, even if it's already one day ago. Bye-bye.
It's time to have some fun with Uncle Samson.